Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for coming. So let's just start, as we always do, with that wonderful opportunity to open our hearts and to send love and gratitude to our beloved earth and our mighty I Am presence. Let's take some slow, deep breaths to get into that peaceful, receptive state. So we breathe in slowly and deeply. We hold our breath. We breathe out. Then we hold our breath. Let's do that for a few more breaths. Now let's listen for our heartbeat. Our heartbeat, which is a pulse of light coming down through the silver cord from our mighty I Am presence, anchoring in our heart, giving us life. Let's just see and feel and bless that heartbeat. That heartbeat that anchors into that beautiful threefold flame, which is the anchorage of our mighty I Am presence within our physical bodies. Let's just connect with that beautiful flame as we sit in that expanded golden flame in the center, golden yellow flame of wisdom and illumination, perception and discrimination. We see our bodies in this beautiful, dazzling golden flame. To the right, we can see the pink flame, that glorious, dazzling pink flame of pure divine love. And then we see to the left of us that beautiful, expanded flame, that sapphire blue, bringing into us the feeling of the will, the power, the faith, and the protection from our mighty I Am presence. See and feel and bless this glorious light. Let's take our awareness now up through the top of our head, through the silver cord, to our mighty beloved I Am presence. Let's see this glorious, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving presence smiling down on us. Our wonderful presence of God, I Am. And now we see in the center of our chest a beautiful golden sun forming, dazzling and brilliant like the noonday sun. The beautiful focus of light from our I Am presence. Open our hearts and send love and gratitude to our mighty I Am presence for beating our heart and giving us life. And now we see those rays from our beautiful sun in the center of our chest, dazzling and brilliant, billions and billions of rays, going forth and connecting up with each and every miniature sun in all the cells of our bodies, our four earthly bodies, all those little inner workers receiving this expanded light. Let's feel the joy, the happiness, and the gratitude of each and every little inner worker of our four earthly bodies. Sense and see and feel that wonderful light saturating our earthly bodies. And now let's just fill our feelings with a feeling of love and gratitude. And let's call to the beloved Ascended Masters, the beloved Ascended Master David Lloyd, the great God of gratitude, to fill us, each one and all mankind, with this feeling, that light substance from the Ascended Master realm of gratitude and love. We see our beautiful suns turning a deep shade of pink with a golden radiance. Gratitude and love for all our many, many blessings. Gratitude and love to the great Ascended Hosts for these marvelous teachings. Gratitude and love for all our loved ones and our friends. Gratitude and love for our homes and our supply. Gratitude and love for all the many, many blessings that we receive daily on our earthly journeys. Gratitude to the great and beloved elemental kingdom, animate and so-called inanimate, the beauty and bounty of nature. God bless, love and thank them, each and every precious one. Gratitude to the beloved angels, and gratitude to all life on our beloved earth. And now we see these rays in this wonderful expanded state, forming a lattice of light, dazzling and brilliant. We see our entire earth folded in this glorious pink and golden light, saturating every part of life on our beloved earth, especially those parts of life that are never loved or thanked, with this wonderful gift, our opportunity of sending love, light, and gratitude to all life. And we just give deep, deep thanks for this. It's always nice to send out that love and gratitude. So, beloved Estelle, are you able to read today? Is your mic working? And are you able to read?
I would love to read for you.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Very well.
Thank you. Before reading the words of the Master, we say together, as suggested by beloved Lord Katumi, beloved presence of God, I am. It is thy life and intelligence that enables me to read and to comprehend and absorb that which is required of me. For life, I am so grateful. Beloved Master Katumi, I ask for your feeling and your capacity to use this instruction for God's glory and mankind's comfort. We thank you. And now, great I Am Presence, take me with thyself. There instruct me and cause me to retain the full memory of these inner instructions. Thank you. From beloved Saint Germain.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much, Estelle. I'm glad you got your mic and everything sorted this time. That's just lovely.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so this week we've got John continuing with the magic presence. Thank you so much, beloved. And so this is a continuation of the instruction from beloved Lady Leto, always, as we know, just pearls of wisdom. And then the video we've got is the vital importance of balance from our beloved Saint Germain. I know we have listened to it, but really, I think like a couple of years ago, and we did it at in the online workshop last Thursday. And I thought it's such important information, so I thought we'd do that again. So it's really balancing thought and feeling, and meditation with invocation as well. You'll just see. I mean, his words are just priceless, so wonderful. And their beloved Terry's going to read. From Lord Gautama. He was obviously at the temple of the Katakumba Ray, but it's balancing the activity of the threefold flame. Also just such wonderful instruction. And then I'm going to read from beloved Lady Crystal, twin ray of mighty Elohim Vista. So yeah, we just got lovely things. I hope that you're going to have nice things today.
Chapter 11, last chapter of the Magic Presence by Godfre Ray King. The true messenger of divine service, Leto, continues her instruction. Our work is to put the exact truth of the law before individuals. If they refuse to understand and obey it, then their suffering must increase until the human side breaks its shell of obstinacy and selfishness and lets the mighty presence of the I Am control all, according to the perfection of life. Therefore, never joke in thought, feeling, or the spoken word about the powers of the Godhead, for to do so, without exception, draws heartbreaking experiences into your world. Therefore, govern your outer moods with an inflexible will whenever you use the powers of the mighty I Am Presence. In order to manifest the greater expression of the I Am Presence, the individual must become aware of and feel that presence within himself, and know that the very life energy which beats his heart and breathes through his lungs is constantly flowing into his physical body from his electronic body. His electronic body is projected into space from the very heart center of the cosmic life of the universe, which you have heard us refer to as the Great Central Sun. This pure life energy flowing ceaselessly into the mind and body of the individual is the triune activity of the Supreme acting everywhere throughout infinity. It is intelligence, substance, and energy, the one universal light out of which comes all manifestation. It is subject at all times to the conscious direction and use of the individual with self-conscious, individualized free will. The minerals, plants, and animals do not have the control of this activity, for only the flame of the Godhead is endowed with self-directing free will. The more attention one gives the mighty I Am Presence, the more he will learn of the vast realms of wisdom that stretch before him. The more he realizes the immense responsibility and limitless opportunities that are his, the more should he ask the mighty I Am Presence within his own heart to teach him all things. If one wants wisdom, he must turn his attention to the only source of wisdom, the mighty I Am Presence. Only by acknowledging the I Am can the first impulse be given which releases its wisdom into the outer use of the individual. It is by acknowledgement that the first wave flows forth to release it into the physical activity. Otherwise it remains forever quiescent within the consciousness of the I Am. The release of it can come only at the command of the self-directing will of the flame of God. Learn to call forth these God attributes and activities from the very heart of the universe, and then use them in love to bless all life. If you will do this, there is no height you cannot attain, and no gift you can ask of life that life will not release to you. When you understand what part of you says I am, and you are willing to use all to bless life everywhere with love, use the understanding of the I Am Presence that you now have, and persist in loving, in blessing life everywhere, and you will open wide the floodgates to freedom, the realm and activities of the limitless, the natural world and life of the Ascended Masters. Use the wisdom you now have, and more will come as surely as your heart beats and your mind thinks.
Marvelous. There we have it. Just so lovely. Always turning us back to our own I Am Presence. Okay, now we're going to listen to these wonderful words from beloved Saint Germain. This is an address by beloved Saint Germain from the British Freedom Material, The Vital Importance of Balance. I am the Spirit of Freedom. I bring to you tonight a remembrance that you are freeborn. You are freeborn out of the bosom of the eternal God, invested with the same immortal flame of life by which every God intelligence has manifested perfection. Within your hearts is the flame by which the archangels soar out of the sphere of this earth into the realms of the sun, behind the sun. Within your hearts is the flame by which the great Elohim of creation used the faculties of thought and feeling to bring an idea and vision into a manifest universe. Within your hearts is the flame which beloved Helios and Vesta and every sun, god, and goddess in the universe have used to create and sustain their solar system. You are born free in the use of immortal life and light. in the use of the faculties of thought and feeling, and with the capacity to walk the ways of the human or the ways of the angels. I would like to show you the balance between the scepter and the crown, which are the activities of the Magi of the seventh age. These are the activities of the priests and priestesses of the house of Zadkiel, which must be comprehended and understood by the heart of freedom in order to balance your invocative powers with the expansion of your consciousness. For your initial lesson, the scepter is a symbol of the power of invocation. It is the symbol of the rod which beloved Sanat Kumara holds. Its power keeps all souls in the seven spheres around the earth, so they do not fly into space. It is the symbol of the rod of Aaron. It is the symbol of the rod of power. Within yourself, this scepter is the power of your invocations. The concentration of your mental, emotional, and physical energies through invocation draws down the subtle energy of the higher spheres, and they are charged into the earth. The scepter, placed within the crown, represents the combining of the two activities which must take place if perfection is to be manifested on the earth. During the time of Lemuria, the priests were forewarned about the coming of the laggards from other systems. Consequently, they concentrated on the power of invocation and decree in order to purify the atmosphere and to create and sustain a shell of light. They became involved in human maya, so then the receiving consciousness was neglected. Therefore, there was an unbalance of the directive masculine activity with the receptive consciousness of the feminine aspect, which would hold the balance, and the light of their I Am presence and the spiritual hierarchy were shut out. If the priesthood had kept open the contemplative power of the feminine energy, the continent would not have sunk. The same for Atlantis. The same earnest and sincere individuals re-embodied on Atlantis and endeavoring to bring forth the cosmic activity of invocation and contemplation. I was one of those individuals, and some of you were also. The power of invocation did much to dispel the human creations brought forth from Lemuria, but once again the priesthood forgot about the balance of the masculine and feminine energy. The power of the scepter is worthless unless there is a receptacle into which the concentrated energy may be released, transubstantiated and prepared for dissemination to humankind. The crown is symbolic of the Eastern Hemisphere and the enjoyment of samadhi. Included in the power of the crown is the power of application, reverence, and receptive listening. When you combine these two powers, the errors of the past civilizations will not be repeated. There we have it. So there, as we are told so often, that it's so important to not just do meditation without decrees and vice versa. So we've got beloved Terry is going to read. Thank you, Terry. Let me just get up the new thing here. Thanks, Terry, beloved.
You are so welcome. Greetings, everyone. The Temple of the Kadatambo Ray. This is Lord Gautama, the balancing activity of the threefold flame. This was given December 6, 1987. Good morning, friends of light. I bring you the blessings of the spiritual hierarchy assembled at Shambhala. Most of you are aware that there is a bridge of light connecting Mount Avila. The palace of man's purpose is in the etheric above Mount Avila, Caracas, Venezuela, with Shambhala. Today, that bridge has been widened by the angelic host to entirely encompass Latin America. I will ask you to place your hand over your heart and feel the mighty pulsation of the threefold flame, because today I'm going to speak to you about the balancing activity of that threefold flame. Many eons ago, Sanat Kumara came to earth to save it from dissolution, and many, many activities have taken place since that time. Do you remember the ancient rituals and their use and their use to find God? Then man advanced to various activities which included music and sculpture and the dance to bring people to the consciousness of the God within. And I personally, in embodiment at that time, asked for permission to bring the truth to humanity of how they could obtain nirvana at the close of their earth life. I was granted permission, and many, many times we found disciples who were willing to follow, and that has actively endured unto this day. Then we find the Christian churches at the time of the Master Jesus, the great exemplar, and humankind's consciousness was awakened to the Christ within. Each activity came that the consciousness of humanity might be raised and raised. Then it was felt by the Father, Mother God that the Masters of Light could speak to the children of earth and give them direct instructions through which they could follow the truths presented and obtain their ultimate victory in the light. Now I told you in the beginning that I was going to speak about the balancing activity of the threefold flame. Many of you have developed great power, and a few have developed love, but only to a certain degree. That degree of the light of love must be expanded. Although a great deal of expansion of that light of love has taken place this year through the mighty enfolding love of Sanat Kumara, humankind has yet to understand the true nature of love. Feel his light constantly enfolding the children of earth as he speaks to the God within. He speaks directly to the God within each human shrine. And now I have the privilege of telling you that a great opportunity awaits you when the golden flame of God illumination and wisdom will blaze forth to bless you and all life. It is up to you, each one, to expand and balance the flame of love, wisdom, and power within, so that you can raise the planet and her evolutions without even speaking a word. And when worded expression is required, humanity will feel the pulsation of the immortal, victorious threefold flame of life, the balance of your own flame. Do you not feel you are being given a tremendous opportunity? If you could just remain centered within that glorious flame at all times, walking the way of the disciple of the Almighty, then you could bless everything, everywhere, all over this dear planet Earth, and the earth will finally be enfolded and held in the embrace of the immortal, victorious threefold flame of life. I wish you to feel the power of this flame today as it blazes up from the center of the earth through Shambhala to the permanent atom which we hold so sacred. I wish you could feel the wisdom and the love of this glorious flame. One day you will actually feel the balancing activity take place within your own beings. Love that flame, express that flame, and know that wherever you go, you will bless all life. It is so important that I tell you this because balance is required. Balance is absolutely necessary, and that balance shall take place by your love and adoration and respect of the holy flame of God within. Dear children, we love you, and it is up to you to love all life and let humanity feel that expression of balance about you. And the flame shall expand and expand and expand until the earth is raised to such a vibratory action that we will indeed, each one, bow to the light of the Father, Mother, God. Now I have spoken about the threefold flame and the bridge of light from Mount Avila to Shambhala, and some of you are aware that the bridge of light goes to the Rocky Mountain retreat at Wyoming, and thence to Hawaii to the retreat of La More. Then it further extends across the ocean to Fiji and the glorious retreat of peace under the direction of Lord Surya. If you will do this exercise slowly, you will find on the return current a return to your own heart, and you will enter into and be the threefold flame of God, God active at all times. I trust that I have impressed this thoroughly on your feeling world, and that your consciousness will accept the admonition that I have given you. I love you, one. I love you all. I love all life, and I now bless the entire planet and her evolutions in the immortal, victorious threefold flame of life, and I bow in reverence to the flame within your heart. God bless you. Gautama.
Thank you, beloved Terry. So beautifully read, and such priceless words from beloved Lord Gautama. Thank you. Okay, so this is from beloved Neptune. It's from the Bridge to Freedom in 1956, but I just thought it was really just lovely. I just took an excerpt out. And this is what he says. He said, man should not fear the seas and the great waterways provided by life for his blessing, nor should the water element and its inhabitants fear man. Sorry, it is to remove the causes and cause of this fear that we are working. Call for the cosmic removal of all mass etheric records of distress caused by the misuse of the water element by all mankind since the fall of man. Also call on the law of forgiveness for every individual who has used the water element destructively, known or unknown. This includes many life streams who will have to embody on the earth in the future. The excessive droughts, the flash floods, the unequal distribution of the precipitation of water in various places is due to mankind's abuse of the water element in the past and present. All this can be remedied by your loving cooperation now. The creatures of the deep, such as the octopus, shark, killer whale, to mention a few, have all developed their defense mechanisms as a result of their having contacted the killer instincts in mankind's outer consciousness. As you continue to call for the purification of the water element and the redemption of these creatures, they would disappear from the ocean's depths. In other words, they'd be set free. The creatures on the land and in the sea, which are slaughtered, and many just for sport, retrogress, and in each succeeding embodiment, carry more and more of the destructive and vindictive nature within themselves. Were it not for our endeavors and the great assistance of the Elohim of purity and Astria and the beings of the violet fire, many of the prehistoric monsters mentioned in legend and fable would still be a threat to those sailing the seas. So there we have it. So my goodness, it's always like that, isn't it? Lots to think about and lots of work to do, calling in and helping all life on our beloved earth. And now we have this wonderful opportunity now to make the calls for our brothers and sisters that have left their physical bodies and are in the psychic and astral realms. So we say together, okay? So beloved presence of God, I am in me, and beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart, and beloved Saint Germain, while my body sleeps this night, let all the constructive energy of my entire life stream, including that in my causal body, be used to render whatever service is needed in the violet flame temples established in the psychic and astral realms to draw the full gathered cosmic momentum of the violet purifying flame of divine love and compassion through every discarnate life stream there. Let all the souls who dwell in those realms be drawn into those purifying temples of mercy and compassion, and there have the accumulated destructively qualified energies of their life streams purified and transmuted, so that when they are summoned for re-embodiment by the Lords of Karma, they bring into incarnation only a heritage of perfection and carry in their life streams no miscreations that would add to their own or the world's distress. We accept this done now with full cosmic power, and so be it, beloved I am. And we thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is really just such a delightful story, story of how this dog Xena, she does such an amazing job. So I hope you enjoy this.
Without her even being a therapy dog, just fit right into that role. Johnny was 8 years old when Xena came along, and I had never been in the room with pit bull. I wanted to see what a pit bull was. She came into this home, and I was shocked. We have a little boy with autism. We were in the process of lots of therapies and trying to get Johnny to open up and talk and socialize. We already had 2 dogs at the time. They lived completely separate lives. There was just no interaction, him and our other dogs. Xena was dumped in somebody's yard in a county next to ours. The condition that she was in, it's horrifying. I had my view on pit bulls because I had been listening to what other people had said about them. She didn't get the memo to be mean and aggressive. She was a dog. Now this boy who has all these space issues, she just jumped into his lap. She was so excited. He was talking. It wasn't like anyone trying to extract words out of him.
Good girl.
He was saying she has brown fur, and of course the words were not perfect.
It's a tongue.
Does she have a tongue?
Wow.
Xena is completely in tune with Johnny's needs. It was just chitter chatter to her, and he's singing to her.
Chase the wind, they charge the sky.
And he talked to her all day long. So all those words really was therapy for him.
You're gonna friend of me.
How does Xena make you feel inside, Johnny?
Happy.
Anything that he's doing, she's right there next to him. Johnny actually gets out there into the world. That was a tough thing before her. Getting him to do homework was awful. It was just torture. And all I would have to say was, you can play with Xena after we do homework. And he was on it.
And the blood, they save lives.
Johnny goes running with his dad. He doesn't run, but he's in a jogging stroller, and she is with him. And he gives high fives to everybody. You know, here I was worried about the judgment of my son having autism when she herself, a pit bull, has judgment out there as well. They're just like peanut butter and jelly. There isn't a therapy out there that could have done what she has done for him. She's actually our miracle, all wrapped up in fur.
Such a lovely story. It just shows that love can just overcome so many things. I just love that. Really thought that was really lovely. And so now we're going to say our decree for the beloved animals, insects and reptiles, all those ones, they need our decree. So we say for them, beloved I am presence of all mankind, charge your mighty light of mercy and compassion to flow through us all and bring comfort to the animal kingdom. May each human being remember and accept their responsibility as guardians and protectors of this planet's pure and innocent life until all is set free and their divine plans fulfilled. We so decree it, and so be it. In God's most holy name, I am. We accept it done, and we thank you. Thank you, always. Right, so I'm going to read from Lady Crystal. It's so lovely. I think we did also read it, but so long ago. I always think we can revisit these things. When I read it again, it was like I hadn't read it before. So it's just so good. So this is beloved Lady Crystal, and we know she's the divine complement of the great Elohim Vista, also known as Elohim Cyclopeia, the all-seeing eye of God. So this is what she says. Heretofore, not too many cheetahs have turned their attention to my activity. I'm not speaking of an individualized being, but of the service which is mine to give. I, Crystal, welcome you into the heart of my being. May I come into yours. The summation of recent instruction will show you how all rays blend into each other. The fourth and fifth rays are definitely interblended. And we know that as well because the fifth ray, even though it's emerald green, we're told it has a pure white center. And the fourth is just a pure white flame, as we know. The cheetahs have not begun to cognize the power and ability of the crystal ray, and I shall lovingly assist you in your endeavors through the release of the crystal light from the temple in which I serve. From the pure white light comes into being every colored ray, according to the particular service and quality of the life stream, taking the responsibility of changing the primal substance of the crystal light and adding or detracting from the beauty and perfection of the universe. The crystal ray of electronic light substance is the actual projection of the universal substance from the Godhead into a universal scheme of evolution. Beloved Vista, in charge of the crystal ray, receives that uncontaminated beauty, and then it is dispensed through the other 6 Elohim as the colors of the spectrum. Just as every individual life stream receives from the I Am Presence, which represents the center of the solar system, to each such a one. The pure crystal essence is distributed through the 7 ganglionic centers in perfect harmony into the 7 rays of the solar spectrum through the bodies into the universe. The individual who serves on the crystal ray becomes a natural transmitter and transformer of the pure light essence into the purest and truest expressions of the rays of the solar spectrum. When such an individual is highly developed and their life stream has become purified to a certain extent, as this crystal prism reflects the colors of the rainbow, so such a life stream drawing on the unformed can direct the most perfect shade, color, tone, and form, and these individuals are usually of artistic temperament. The natural color tone of the earth is gold, and the ray which expresses through the bloodstream and the aura of the perfected individual is the golden flame. Within the golden flame, the garment of the Holy Christ self is the heart center of crystal light. The action of the crystal ray is studied deeply, if studied deeply by a Chela, will unfold many glorious opportunities for expression. It can clear the eyes and the brain structure. It is a tremendous tonic for toning up the nervous system, and it is an exquisite harmonizing presence, for in crystal clear, no muddy thought forms can endure. I just love that. That's such a lovely thought. Beloved Vista has requested that I tell you that during this class, he has been engaging in an activity of the all-seeing eye of God. Please visualize this third eye upon your foreheads and feel the essence of crystal light emanating from there. From the all-seeing eye upon his own forehead, Vista is directing that externalization upon your brows. And so he will be doing it, we know. Treasure this gift, which has resulted from his love for you, and know that this third eye will remain on your brows all through your sojourn on earth. All that is asked of you is to sustain this gift. All that is asked of you to sustain this gift is your daily attention to its presence. This is a living, pulsating memento of grace. Guard it well. There we go. So that's a lovely thing to think about and to focus on when we're in meditation. The gift from beloved Mighty Vista and Crystal. So we're gonna sing this lovely song, Beloved Threefold Flame. I think it's very nice. Nice to sing. Lovely. There's Mike having a bit of fun with the guitar at the end. So, beloved Antoinette, you can take over now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anthea. How wonderful to focus on that threefold flame in our heart before we begin with our decrees. So, giving our full attention to our mighty beloved I am presence, anchored within that threefold flame, we now make these calls for the purification of our earth and the freedom of all life on her. We say together, Mighty I am presence, great host of ascended masters, archangels and Elohim, cosmic beings and great cosmic light, come forth now in all your cosmic power. Withdraw and withhold all power from destructive forces and individuals with destructive intent throughout the world, right now and forever, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Expose, seize, bind, and render helpless all these sinister forces and their activities until the light has removed them completely, and illumine the source, so this may never act again, and raise up to positions of power the divinely chosen leaders. Replace all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our decree for protection. Beloved mighty I am presence, beloved Archangel Michael, and beloved Commander Conrad, continually intensify your protective pillar of pure light substance and Archangel Michael's armor of light through and around me, charged with your invincible protection, all powerful and impenetrable. I am invisible. I am invincible. I am invulnerable to anything but thy almighty perfection. I am grateful that we are given whatever added protection is needed. What we ask for ourselves, we ask for our loved ones, and that which is constructive in all mankind and the world. Thank you. And we just take a moment to see and feel this impenetrable pillar of light, this tube of crystal blue light surrounding each and every one of us, around our families and loved ones, around this group gathered here this evening, around every person across the face of the earth standing up for truth, justice, and freedom. God bless, direct, perfect, and protect each and every one. Thank you. Now this opportunity to invoke that mighty violet fire, that violet flame that we know has the ability to shatter, dissolve, consume, and transmute all mistakes or misqualified energy back to the beginning of time. We say together, Mighty I am presence, beloved Saint Germain, and those that minister to the violet flame, come forth now and blaze your cosmic violet fire and cause a mighty victory for all the world to see. I am the law of forgiveness in cosmic action now. I am the victory of the sacred fire in all its cosmic power. Mighty angels descend with your purple wands of fire and strike them into the center of every place where there has been a history of sinister force activity. Transmute and consume it all. Cause, call, record, effect, and memory, and set it all free from that which was never meant to be. Replace it all with ascended master consciousness and the divine plan fulfilled. We thank you. Our decree for the elementals. I am the light of God that never fails, purifying, loving, and thanking and blessing the great directors of the elemental kingdom and every beloved earth, water, air, and fire elemental for your ceaseless service to me and to all mankind. I am the mighty cosmic light, awakening all mankind to the great intelligence of this kingdom. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. In the name of my mighty I am presence, great cosmic beings and great cosmic light, I decree, I am the presence, charging the minds and feelings of everybody in America and the world with Saint Germain's ascended master consciousness and perfection, right now and forever. I am the presence, blessing, illumining, perfecting, and setting all free in service to the light. Beloved cosmic I am presence and great goddess of liberty, direct the cosmic light of liberty as of 1,000 suns into the cause and core of anything attempting to delay the divine plan of the Great White Brotherhood for the earth's eternal freedom, and release us from all tyranny here and now. And so be it. Beloved I am, we thank you. Our decree for divine justice. I am the most intensified cosmic action of the flame of divine justice, blazing throughout the world, right now and forever. I am the law. I am the justice. I am the judge. I am the jury. Knowing that I am all powerful, then I know that only divine justice can be done everywhere, here and now. Beloved Lady Portia, ensure divine justice prevails throughout the world, right now and forever. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. Before we say our final decree, we just call to you, beloved mighty victory. Enfold each and every one of us and all life on this earth in your luminous presence. Fill us with your full feeling of victorious accomplishment. We say together, I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the victory of the light. I am the cosmic flame of victory, which reigns supreme everywhere, right now and forever. We accept these calls, answered as they are made, according to thy will, with full cosmic power, maintained and doubled each instant of each hour, until fully manifest. And so be it, and so it is, and it is done. Beloved I am, we thank you. And we end off with that wonderful feeling of divine love as we make this call to the secret love star, that mighty focus of cosmic divine love from the great central sun, shining in the heavens for this 2,000-year period, that supreme light that cannot be requalified with human thoughts or feelings. So by the power of our beloved I am presence, we say to all human creation, all misqualified thoughts, feelings, and actions, you have no power. Your end has come. By the power of our mighty I am presence, we invoke those pink and golden rays from this secret love star, and we command that they go forth, saturating all life on this earth in that substance from the secret love star. That substance that pushes out all imperfection, all limitation, or disharmony of any kind, and fills us, every cell, atom, and electron of our 4 earthly bodies, with those feelings of love and adoration, of peace and harmony, of gratitude and reverence for life, of kindness and tolerance, of charity, of grace and goodwill, of comfort, with those feelings of unity, brotherhood, one holy family, beloved secret love star, make each and every one of us a living sun of pure divine love, each one of us radiating centers of pure divine love in our homes and families, in our communities, in our towns and cities, in our countries, every nation across the face of the earth. And we send our deep love and gratitude to the mighty beings of light who maintain and sustain this great focus of love. And we give thanks for our opportunity to add our light to these calls. Thank you, beloved I am. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, beloved Antoinette. And then I'm just thinking who might like to read the closing one. Beloved Jenna Smith, are you able to read for us, beloved?
I am indeed.
Yes,
thank you for the privilege.
Mm.
Oh, so before ending the session, we all say with our mics muted, beloved, I am presence, and beloved Master Kathumi, nourish the seeds in my consciousness so that the ideas entrusted to me become manifest flowers of perfect expression in my world and the world of all my fellow men. Beloved presence of God, I am. Pour the light of thy great glory upon my consciousness and nourish the seeds planted by the masters. And we so thank you.
lovely. Thank you, beloved Jenna, always said with such feeling. And then let's just take a moment, just open our hearts and just send love and gratitude to our I Am Presence, to the great ascended beings for these marvelous teachings, and for our opportunities to serve the light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, everybody, so I'm going to actually stop that recording now.